Hi everyone. I hope you've had another blessed day. Today the weather's a little bit better, so hopefully you've been able to get outside some. So we're going to continue our story, and again, we're reading from All the Answers by Kate Messner. We are currently on chapter 15, and this is called In the Dead of Night. So here we go. Ava flew to the corner, then paused and peered down Maple Street. Her dad was walking down the sidewalk, whistling, as if taking a walk in the dark was a perfectly normal thing for him to be doing. He went past the market, crossed Chaplin Avenue, and kept walking. Where was he going? Ava followed him, keeping her distance, staying in the shadows. Finally, her dad slowed down and turned into the driveway to the fire station. Why would he be going there? And then she remembered it wasn't just a fire station today. It was a polling place. Her mouth dropped open. Dad! He whirled around and held up his hands. Ava, what are you doing here? What are you doing here? Ava pointed to the campaign signs that lined the sidewalk. Her voice shook, but the words spelled out, You're voting? How could you? You made a deal with Mom. You promised. I was watching the news and... Evening, Rich, Mr. Varnway called as he headed to his car. You and Alicia trying to be the last 2 votes before they count them? Just me tonight, Ed. Oh, no, she's here. Mr. Varnway pointed to the fire station. Yellow light poured from the open door. Saw her in line on my way out. You two are ships that pass in the night, eh? He chuckled and waved and got into his Jeep. Ava looked at her dad. Dad? Did you guys change your mind and decide you'd vote after all? No? He pressed his lips together, looked at the lit-up door, and then turned back to Ava, grinning. Come with me. We're going to surprise Mom. He took off running toward the door, and Ava followed. But she had a pit in her stomach that felt like it was in the process of growing into a whole humongous avocado. Was he going to confront Mom right here? If they got into a fight right in front of everybody? Over here, shh. Dad waved for Ava to hide at the side of the door, pressed against the building as if they were on some kind of police stakeout. Her mom's voice drifted out of the building. Well, tell Raymond I said hello and I hope he's feeling better. Have a good night. High-heeled footsteps clicked across the floor, and just as they got to the door, Ava's dad jumped in front of it. Nice night for democracy, isn't it? Ava's mom jumped about a mile and then stood there, eyes huge, staring at her dad. Ava was blinking like crazy. She wanted to hide. She wanted to crawl between the cracks in the brick like an ant so she wouldn't have to see them argue. No, she wanted to run away and keep running so she wouldn't have to hear them either. But her feet felt cemented to the sidewalk and she couldn't go anywhere. So she braced herself for the worst. Her dad burst out laughing. Big, loud belly laughs. And then her mom laughed too. How did you know? Her dad was laughing so hard he couldn't catch his breath, and the voting place volunteers were starting to stare. Mom's eyes got even bigger. You didn't know, did you? You came to vote too, you stinker. She shook her head, then held out her arms, and Dad wrapped her up in a big hug. Ava stared. They didn't look like they were about to get divorced, but the pencil would probably say you can never tell about these things. Free will and everything. Still, she couldn't help feeling a little better. Come on, Ava. Her dad held one arm open. Family hug, and then you can come with me to cancel out Mom's vote. Ava went into the booth with her dad and helped him fill in the little bubbles while her mom waited. Then Ava slipped her dad's ballot into the counting machine and they left. Ava still felt full of nervous prickles, but neither of her parents seemed mad on the walk, so she tried not to worry. It was past 9 when they got home. Dad went to say goodnight to Emma, but Ava stayed in the kitchen while Mom started the dishes. At least you really did get dish soap, Ava said, reaching for a towel to dry, so it wasn't a total lie. Mom sighed and squirted some soap into the sink. A few bubbles floated up toward the ceiling. How much have I damaged your image of me tonight? Ava thought about that. Not much, she said. If Dad wasn't mad, she figured it was okay. But I'm never going to forget the look on your face when Dad jumped out at you. Mom laughed and handed Ava a plate to dry. Never is a mighty long time. Ava smiled. That was a quote from Peter Pan, almost. As usual, Mom had made up her own version. It's supposed to be an awfully long time, Ava told her. It was also an awfully funny expression on your face, so I think it's fair to say I'll never forget. She wiped off the plate and slid it onto the pile in the cupboard. Hey, Mom, I was wondering about something. What's that? Why don't you and Grandpa talk very much? Grandpa doesn't talk much to anybody. Mom held out a handful of dripping silverware. Yeah, but it seems like... Ava dried the forks and spoons and put them away. She should have planned this conversation better. It wasn't like she could tell Mom what the pencil said. I don't know. It just seems like maybe you're mad at him or something. Nope. Mom ran some more hot water into the sink. We just don't see things the same way. She turned off the water, reached over with her sudsy hands, and gave Ava a quick hug. Get ready for bed, okay? I'll come to read in a bit. Ava nodded. She'd have to try asking about Grandpa another time. She was tired anyway. Ava went upstairs and changed into her pajamas. She was on her way to brush her teeth when she heard music coming from the kitchen. Jazz music. Ava figured her parents would be watching election results on TV, but this sounded like that Johnny Hodges song she'd found online earlier. She crouched at the top of the stairs in her pajamas and peered through the spindles on the railing. The TV was off, but there was Johnny Hodges playing on the computer screen again, with his eyes half closed, lost in the music, while his drummer grooved away behind him. And there were her parents, her father holding her mother close, Mom's tight black curls tucked under the blonde-gray stubble on Dad's chin. They were smiling, dancing while the soap suds sat in the sink. Ava brushed her teeth, went to her room, and picked up the pencil. Are Mom and Dad really okay with each other and as happy as they look right now? They really are, the voice answered. This time Ava believed it. What's up with Mom and Grandpa? The pencil didn't answer. Ava figured she'd phrased the question wrong, but she was too tired to try again. At least her parents were happy. The polls were closed, so their big arguing session was over. Who won the stupid election? Ava wrote. The pencil answered. Ava wasn't sure when the official results came out, but once they did, Mom wasn't going to be happy for long. All right, guys, so tomorrow we'll read chapter 16, and it's called Music, Monster Trucks, and Tiaras. All right, so have a great day. Make sure you're staying active, both mind and body, and I'll hopefully you'll tune in tomorrow next time for chapter 16. All right, bye, guys.